Good morning, good morning. Today is Saturday, November 8th, 2025, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We're the warriors, the fighters. Please stand up. I call all the warriors, all the fighters, come to the front of the congregation, please. Your services are needed. We need some fighters right now. We need some warriors, some soldiers. You scrubs, stay back there. Don't move. We got this. We got a battle on our hands. I'm about to reveal to y'all what's been placed right in front of our faces for decades. And we didn't see it. It was right here. And the majority of us, including myself, for a long time did not see it. And it was right here. But before I go any further, I want to thank Brandon Duffy, my newest member, on the membership program. Almost to the number I need about 20 more before I start really cranking out. So if y'all wonder why I ain't been cranking out membership content, gotta get the numbers up. I just started. It ain't been, a week and a half. And the price they charging, I guess YouTube I found out they charging like $10.99, $11.99, but I set it for $7. So I guess they added money for their cut. I didn't know nothing about that. Somebody told me, man, it's $11. I wish I had the 11, even though it's not every week, it's not every day, it's once a month. But I didn't set it for 11 or whatever it is. I set it for 7. I didn't want to charge that much. I guess I didn't know YouTube gonna add their little percentage on top of what I set it at. But so somebody told me the price was 11. I'm like, no, it's not. It's supposed to be 7. But that's what happened. YouTube added a percentage, not me. I'm not trying to charge you $11. And the reason I charged 7 because I didn't want it to be too cheap to where anybody can do that don't really care. Trolls anybody, it's $1 a month. Anybody join. That's why I didn't want it to be so cheap. If you want to be boy time and hard, why you gonna charge them? Because it ain't for everybody. I didn't want everybody to join. I set the price what I thought was perfect for people that are serious and really rock with me. If you're not serious and really rock with me, if you can't afford it, that's fine, but you rock with me, that's cool. I wanted to make sure the trolls, the haters, be like, nah, I ain't paying that much to hate on nobody. Nah, I hate for free, but I ain't gonna pay no $7 to hate on them. But now YouTube made it 11. But y'all get my point. So only those who really rock with me and can afford it, do I ask you to join the membership. If you can't afford it, but you still rock with me, I still rock with you. Now I ain't trying to get you. I'm loyal. You don't buy my loyalty and friendship. So I'm down with you. I'm down with you. Whether you got money or not, I'm still down with you. And I expect the same thing from my people. Now, Brandon Duffy, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And like I said, I want about 20 more, and we're going to get it crunk up. I just want to have some people. I want to have an audience. Wouldn't you want to have an audience? So be patient with me. I got you. I'm going to make it worth your while. I'm a man of my word. If nothing else, I'm about my balls and my word. Especially my balls. But anyway, I had to throw that in there. Sorry, y'all. Now let's get on with this topic. I need my warriors and my soldiers and my fighters up front right now. You are needed desperately in this world. Because we got an enemy that's decided that got us now where they want us, and they ain't got to hide the agenda no more. Put it right in our faces. Through our screw, like Rush Limbaugh used to call it, the screw system, SCREWM, where they screwing your mind up. They're not educating you in school, they're indoctrinating you. You're not being educated. You're being indoctrinated to believe a certain way. For example, my sister made a post today. Love her. Diehard Democrat, ain't nothing I can say. I'm her brother. I'm not going to lie to my sister. I ain't going to lie to nobody, but I damn sure ain't going to lie to my sister. And I'm trying to tell her them goddamn Democrats is not for us. This is my bloodline. You think I want to see my bloodline hurt? My family, my sister? Love my sister, man. Love my sister. Wonderful. Love her. My Bridget. Love you, baby. She ain't even hearing me. Them Democrats got that diehard, so she ain't hearing her brother. Like I'm gonna tell her, she can trust them more than she can trust me. And that's how strong they are with this mind control. And she was talking about how we're going through a struggle right now, the whole country, the world struggling. And she was telling the truth when she said, we came up struggling. She was talking about how hard she had it growing up in the projects and what have you. And how we ate and the food we had to eat or whatever. But because I didn't grow up with my sister, so I had a little bit better. Miss Nancy Harris, I didn't grow up as hard as they did as a child. Now I had a wonderful childhood. But my sister, we was divided, separated because my mom, another story. Her growing up was harder than mine, I admit. And she was pretty much talking about how we already know how to survive with nothing. Struggling. Been struggling all our life. So with that being said, you admit we've been struggling all our life. So if you've been struggling all your life, we're in our 50s, and I ain't gonna tell you how old my sister is, but she's older than me. You know, women don't like to tell you their age. We've been struggling that long. That means we done went through Democrat and Republican leadership. Democrat-led House, Senate, President. Republican-led House, Senate, President. We done been through a different cycles of each party in power. And no matter which party was in power, the people were still on food stamps, welfare, projects, needed help. No matter who was in power. And here they are today, still got us believing that one betters the people's lives over the other. When you got some people that's been on the same for generations, no matter what party is in power, they're still in the projects. They're still on food stamps, still on Section 8, still on welfare, no matter what party is in power. Make that make sense. That ain't what this topic is about, though. This is about what they are doing to us right in our faces. They're trying to get rid of us. Too many of us. The food, the resources, Social Security. I was talking to my friend the other day about to retire early. Want to retire, tired of working. Want to retire at 62, retire early. So I told her, I said, look, you retire early at 62, whatever amount they give you, they're going to give you a discount. They ain't going to give you the full amount. And whatever amount they give you, that's going to be it for the rest of your life. You'll never get the full amount. You got to wait to the full retirement age to get the full amount. And guess what they done did? They done raised the retirement age. Remember, it used to be 65, now it's 67. If you were born after 1960, you got to wait till you're 67 to get the full retirement. 67 damn years old. Get a few more years, they're going to be 70. They keep moving the goalposts because they don't want to pay you. They're hoping that you'll die because they got some things in place to make sure you die before you hit the retirement age where they got to pay you money that they don't have. Right? They don't want a bunch of people, even though we done paid into it. It's our money it's supposed to be. They don't want to know that they done did whatever they want. They done blowed the money. They don't want you to live to be retirement age. They trying to get rid of you, population control. Don't want too many old people on this planet. What am I talking about? Here we go.
You can reducing population growth. That's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
With too many people. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. So in the next 5 to 10 years, for the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems. Reducing
Let those that are willing to listen hear. Let those that are willing to listen hear. Those who are willing to look, let them see. You heard what you heard. No, what you call it, AI. No, when they edited, those are real words. You can verify, you can go look at dozens and dozens of other videos, the exact same word. It's not been doctored. But they know that we are so dumbed down now as a society. We looking at Cardi B, who she got a baby by Stephon Diggs, and Megan Thee Stallion dating Klay Thompson, and this, that, blah, blah, blah. We looking at, who got what, who's screwing who got a big wood, who got a fat ass, they know we so dumb now and so focused on that. They got us right where they want us, that where they can stand right there on stage and say that, and we will, we hear, womp, 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 Charlie Brown again. People like me, who actually heard, did he just say that? It ain't enough for me. The people that heard the truth, when they heard that, it ain't enough of us. The majority of people in this world, on this planet, ain't listened to that, ain't heard that, ain't seen that, ain't thinking about that. What's the next episode of Love and Hip Hop is all they're concerned about. Who the Chiefs playing this Sunday? Now, I'm concerned about my roll tide today against LSU, but I also keep up with this. This come before Alabama football. Keep that in mind. But the majority of people, these people know, y'all ain't paying that shit no attention. Y'all gonna think, cause I'm a boot-licking, Trump-loving Uncle Tom, you can't listen to what I'm saying. So even though I'm telling you what they're doing, he a Trump. Nah, you can't believe him. He a sellout. He don't like the Democrats. So you ain't gonna listen to me. Cause you think I'm full, he ain't a Democrat. Especially black folk. They gonna listen. I can shout from the mountaintop, hey, they trying to kill us, y'all. The medication. You got an illness. The commercial come on for the medication they want you to take that's supposed to help you with your issue. And then at the end of the commercial, it may cause heart attack, it may cause bleeding out the eye, you might bleed out your booty hole. You be like, hold on. The side effects. You watch the drug commercials, right? They go to Speaking Fam and they go to listen out the side effect, what this shit the damn medicine gonna do, the side effect to the medicine, the worse of the shit you trying to cure. He just said it. The fool. If we come out with some new, let me play that again, y'all.
This big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
With too many people. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
So in the next 5 to 10 years, for the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems.
Reducing.
In the next 5 to 10 years, the next pandemic will solve all those problems. We are injecting in little kids' veins genetically modified. Somebody like me, with my eyes, with that third eye wide open, I can't believe he just said that. And the world is not in an uproar. I go outside, I see everybody going about their daily task. Can't figure out why we're in the shape we're in right now. Can't figure out why my ex-girlfriend, one of my exes, brother, died of colon cancer at 35. We can't figure this shit out. 35 years old, colon cancer. 20 years old, diabetes, high blood pressure. Can't figure it out. Why? We are walking around like, brain, just us walking around as a society. While the elite few like that making the call about, not God, them. Did you hear God say there's too many people on the planet? No. Unless them people your God. Because they the ones said it. Black women, especially, black women are the only one get abortions, but we get the most. We the smaller percent, we about 13% of the population in America, but we get the majority of the abortions. You hear Margaret Sanger say, that's the white lady, the one behind Planned Parenthood and abortions, trying to decrease the population, especially the black population. She hated black folks, and Margaret Sanger was an idol to Hillary Clinton. Go look who Margaret Sanger is. I can't tell y'all every goddamn thing. So if you're wondering, if you haven't figured out yet, why was so much sickness, so much illness? When we were growing up, it wasn't like this. We didn't have the technology when I was growing up that we got now, but we were healthier. We didn't have the technology, the medical advancement, the medical breakthroughs that we got now, but people were healthier with less technology. Why is that? Why was old people living to be 80, 90 years old and didn't have the medication and the technology we have now? You go to a funeral nowadays, there ain't no old folks. Very few elderly people. Because first of all, fat men don't live to be 80. You don't see no 80-year-old fat guys, have you? Have you seen an 85-year-old, 400-pound man? Have you seen one? No. They don't make it to 85. I've seen plenty of skinny ones. I've seen plenty of skinny Chinese that old as hell, still can squat down and get on their knees, 75 years old. Seen plenty of those. But come over here to those sick ass America, where you got these people, Babylon, they right in front of our faces. They have done a number on us. Like I said, through indoctrination, Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, black, white, racist, homophobic, all kinds of distractions and division. So divided, so distracted, to where they can just come right on stage and give a TED talk and say what they doing and nobody bat an eye. No conspiracy theory. No Alex Jones. No. These people are actually admitting what they're doing. And we just go on by all day, go pump some gas in the car. Damn, I ain't got enough money for gas. Damn, I ain't got enough for this bill. How I'ma feed this? The stamp cut off. The blah, blah, blah. Fuck Kamala. Fuck Trump. And these folks telling you it's too many people on the planet. We're trying to get rid of some of y'all. I'll be damned.
We have another crazy billionaire, Bill Gates, says there's too many of us. His thing by 2030 is to depopulate the planet. And I just wondered, like, are we part of the population that he wants to And then we have another crazy billionaire, Bill Gates, says there's too many of us. His thing by 2030 is to depopulate the planet. And I just wondered, like, are we part of the population that he wants to depopulate? Says there's too many of us. And he says it. And people go, it's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. He f***ing said it. You can go on YouTube. He said, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Epstein's Island for a second. So, Bill Gates, you go see it on YouTube. He says one of the goals by 2030 is to lower the population of the planet. And one of the ways to do that is using vaccines. It's like, what? People go, no, that's a conspiracy theory. So he said it. You can go see. He said, yeah, but it's a conspiracy theory to think, he meant what he said. I says, what? He said it. He meant it. He's doing it. And it's working. And people go, it's a conspiracy theory. What?
The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
More than 11,000 scientists signed a petition calling for population control as a means of combating climate change. In an article published Tuesday in the journal Bioscience, the scientists wrote that planet Earth is, quote, facing a climate emergency. They argued that population control was a necessary response to this emergency, writing, quote, the world population must be stabilized and ideally gradually reduced.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction.
When our foundation first started up, it was focused on reproductive health. That was the main thing we did because I thought, population growth in poor countries is the biggest problem they face. Well, over this decade, we believe unbelievable progress can be made, both inventing new vaccines and making sure they get out to all the children who need them. The benefits there in terms of reducing sickness, reducing the population growth, it really allows the society a chance to take care of itself once you've made that intervention.
What the developing world does not need is more children.
And I think that was the biggest aha to Bill and me when we got into this work, because we asked ourselves, of course, the same hard-nosed question you'd ask, which is, if you get into this work and you start to save these children, will women just keep overpopulating the world?
We'll decide. First, we've got population. The world today has...
We still need humans?
Not for most things. We'll decide.
We still need humans?
Not for most things. We'll decide. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. We believe unbelievable progress can be made, both inventing new vaccines and making sure they get out to all the children who need them. And the benefits there in terms of reducing sickness, reducing the population growth, it really allows the society a chance. It's a huge source of emissions, and there's new ideas about genetics and direct seeding. With cows, you can vaccinate them, change the genetics. Most of the time you're online, you're going to want to be in an environment where that people are truly identified. That is, they're connected to a real world identity that you trust instead of just people saying whatever they want.
So let me get this straight. You don't want people to be able to say whatever they want. I figured that out the hard way. Some of y'all still ain't gonna believe the conspiracy theory or crazy that big water, even though you hear the man saying it out of his own goddamn mouth. So while you blaming this politician, this party, this Democrat, this Republican, ain't got nothing to do with that. Them people ain't running shit. That's who running shit. While we out here arguing amongst each other, you sell out Uncle Tom bootlicking coon, which you calling me, like I'm your enemy. I'm not that guy. I don't run shit. Why you hate me? Why you looking at and hating anybody in your vicinity? We all in this damn barrel together. We are hating and battling and fighting against each other. When this son bitch up here talking about unaliving all our ass until it gets to an amount to what they think it should be on this planet. Not what God thinks, but what they think. We battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness in high places, principalities, evil. It don't get no more evil than that, ladies and gentlemen. Where you got human beings just like you, if they're a human being. I don't know what the hell these people are. Supposed to be, they look like humans, put it that way, like you and me. But I don't get to determine there's too many people on the earth, but he do. Who the hell is he? And others, like he ain't the only one. It's groups of them. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Obama, all them Putin, all them people you see in front of you. They ain't running shit, baby. It's a cabal, or whatever you call that shit. I thought was them folk lying, crazy ass folk. No, them folks, no. Oh my God, we in trouble. Wake up. And I'm going to end this video the way I began it. Where my warriors at? Where my soldiers at? Where my fighters at? We got a battle ahead of us. It has already begun. What we going to do about it? Keep arguing with each other? Fighting amongst each other? Criticizing each other about who the hell you voted for? None of that shit matter. Still happening. Trump can't stop it. Whoever else coming after him, if there's anybody else, he ain't gonna run again. He don't want another election. He can't stop shit. Stop with the bullshit. Trump a dictator. He gonna run for a third term. He don't want no more elections. He ain't running a goddamn thing. It don't matter what he wants. Don't matter what Biden wants or whoever, if we have, what it don't. These folks trying to get rid of you and me. It's too many of us. When are y'all gonna stop? Walking. Wake the fuck up. I would say before it's too late. It's already too late. That's why I asked, where the warriors at? Get it, got it good. Bye.